I'm loving it. Good morning, everybody. This is Crumbawig 420, and welcome to our Sunday morning talk. Sorry about that. Every morning I go through that. Forget to turn the volume off on my second monitor, but what can you do? All righty, let's see who we got in here. All righty, Grinch, thank you so much for stopping in last night and wishing us some love and great stream and day. That's pretty darn awesome. Thank you so much. Good morning, Brett. How are you doing this fantastic day? And William Bartow, did you grab that extra cup of coffee so we can get things going? And Big Movie came in, heading to bed. We appreciate you so much for being here. So much. I am doing fantastic this morning, Brett. Absolutely fantastic. Yo, certified old guy, what is going on? Thank you for swinging in. Tasha, my friend, there you are. So glad to see you. So happy you are here this morning. You look for my stuff here. I got stuff all over my desk. Tasha, how are you this fine day? Boo doo 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 doo. For those of you who have noticed, Crumbawig has his pastor shirt on today. Indeed. I guess I'm supposed to be getting a link sometime later from Andrew Adogo Army, and he's asked me to come up on his live this morning. So that'll be kind of cool. Oh, Tasha, I am so glad you are doing a lot better. And I'm glad that you're still here and you didn't decide to just jump off from YouTube forever. So thank you. Thank you. That is very much appreciated. So it was nice to wake up this morning to it being 61 out. That was pretty darn impressive. Oh, no problem, Tasha. I'm sorry I haven't written back. I have been inundated with emails, and as I've maintained and everybody knows, Crumbawig is a bit of a slacker on emails. I tried to reply right away, but I have 2 or 3 different accounts, my one main one for the channel and then my personal one. So, yep. Good morning, Christoph. How are you this fantastic morning? I'm so glad you're here. Yes, indeed. Cheers, team. Absolutely. So, yeah, we're actually going to get up to a high of 80 today and for the next couple of days. So that is definitely going to do good for all the plants, the one plant that I still have outside. Yo, good morning, Jess. Thanks for swinging in. Yo, Dank Williams, thanks for swinging in. What is happening? West Coast, on your way to bed. Thought you'd say hi. So appreciated. I'm glad you swung through. Absolutely. Saying hi to us before you're going to bed. Vince, buddy, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Oh, Mr. No Fly Zone. Good day indeed. Thanks for being here. It's 7:30. Jeez, Crumbawig's a little bit off today. It is 5:30 in the morning. Santa Claus just rolled in. I think that means we should take a bong rip at 5:30 for those of you who are interested. I can tell you Crumbawig is gonna. Wow, Tasha said today feels like we are in winter, made a U-turn. Alrighty, everybody. Cheers. Broke my own rule. Didn't sip before I ripped already. Oh, that was that was a nice rip. Excuse me. What temperature is South Africa cold, Tasha? Just curious. Oh, that means no snow cold? Oh, alrighty, I get that. I get that indeed. So, yesterday I spent a portion of my time in trim jail. Still have some more to do, but I made a purchase yesterday. I got to a certain point in time and I realized that I had a lot of buds that were like mediums and smalls. And as you know, that's a bit of a pain in the ass to trim. So Crumbawig went out and bought a bowl trimmer yesterday. And I will tell you that it definitely is a game changer. I don't know other people's experiences with them, but I'm impressed. I am very impressed. Oh, you don't get any snow where you stay, Tasha? Okay. Just gets cold. That's kind of sucky. I mean, I like the snow because it kind of insulates, and I like the snow without the Arctic temperatures. That's one of the big things. You know, we get these cold spells that move in through here after January, and, you know, January, February, and March just blow. Mr. No Fly Zone, it's a brisk 40 there. Does not surprise me. Now, what will you swing up to for a high today, Mr. No Fly Zone? Because, like, today for us, we've got about a 25-degree temperature swing between day and night. But as I said, I know we're going to have a couple of days in the 80s, and then we drop down to 58 for a day. So that's not too bad. Excuse me a second. Got a quick message coming in. Let me take a look here. All righty. It is a message from my son saying, "Good morning, Dad." So I'm going to reply back real quick. There we go. Now I'm back to you guys. Sorry about that. Yo, Seymour. Good morning, Seymour, and thank you for stopping in. Hope everything's well in your world. As I said, you've got another one of those channels that I like to go over to and just chill out, listen to your music, and just hang out there for a while. It's another one of my peaceful places. That and go with the Flow Farms channel. Oh, it's going to be up to 75 by 3 p.m.? No kidding. That's not too bad. But again, it's a 35-degree swing in temperatures. You know, I wonder what our plants think of that when they're outdoors. It's obviously a stressor. So I think especially at this time of the year. It's 11:34 there. I forget about the time differences. So you're getting ready to make some lunch? Yeah, huge stressor, Mr. Fly Zone. That's what I thought. Again, Crumbawig's only about 4 years into growing, and there's a lot of things that I'm learning. And stressors is one of the things I've been learning about, just in how my plants have reacted over the grows and, you know, what I'm doing appropriately and what I'm not. But it's cool. You guys are pointing stuff out to me, and you're awesome about it. So that's really nice. What am I missing here? Nothing. Oh, you'll cook tonight, Tasha? Nice. Nice indeed. You know, I like Sunday mornings how the lives start out. It's a little quieter. I don't have to chase all the comments down, so it's pretty nice. Yo, Maine's in the house. Yo, good morning and good to see you. I hope everything's well with you. I hope you haven't worked your ass off too much over the last couple of days. And at least if you have, I hope you're able to take care of yourself today. So, oh, pork chops, mash, and mixed veggies. That sounds good, Tasha. Sounds super good. Santa Claus, how have you been doing? I feel like I haven't taken opportunity to really ask that question lately, but I hope things are going well in your world. Excellent, Maine. Excellent. Maine said, I'm pretty beat, but I'll be fishing today at some point. You're doing good, Santa Claus? Awesome. Awesome indeed. You know, that's another thing I like about it when the lives start out slower. I get an opportunity to really talk to you guys. So, oh, it's 65 degrees Fahrenheit there? I guess that would be cold. I'm not familiar with what your normal temperatures are there, but that does sound cold. Yo, good morning, Uncle, and thank you for stopping in. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, Mrs. Wig got home late last night from work, so it was almost 1 o'clock. And like an idiot, Crumblewig stayed up. And I don't know, I went to bed around 3:30 and then got up at 3:45. Holy shit, Tasha. In spring, so 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that's some heat right there. Yo, good morning, teen. Thank you for being here. Legacy. What are you doing up so early, man? I appreciate it, but geez. So good to see you this morning. So good. Uncle, what have you been up to lately? I've seen some of your posts. Some of them have made me laugh. That's a good thing. Crumblewig laughing is always a good thing. You know, again, I love this community and making my way through it. You know, you guys are great. Great indeed. You know, sprinkling the love, spreading the kindness. I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, you know what I heard last night? I was in someone's chat. I don't remember whose it was. And someone came in and told me that I won on OG Plant Janitor's card game. Holy shit, I went over there and rewatched the video, and I did. So I got some genetics coming that I am super excited about. Oh, you're just on your way home? Awesome. You're going to smoke with us when you get there. I like that. I like that indeed. Yeah, I do understand that now, Tasha. Absolutely. Weed grows wild there. Hey, good morning, Scotty. Scotty, you fucking alien, making videos all night long? It's a little crazy, but good. Gave me something to watch while I was setting up for my live, which is always nice. We will be ripping again at 5:45. I have myself this morning some absolutely awesome strawberry kush. Is it cured all the way? Absolutely not. Am I enjoying some of it? Absolutely. The profile between that and what I grew indoors compared to outdoors is incredible. Yo, Tom, what's going on? For those of you listening in, 33 Grows is Tom Kerr's second channel. Absolutely. Happy Sunday, everyone. I can bless you all at some point in time. When I turn this way, I can share my good intentions to everybody. This side here, you kind of get Crumblewig and you get what you get. Crumble, can I join you on Tuesday? Tuesday morning? Absolutely, Tasha. Absolutely. Just catching up with you guys. I was running my mouth a little bit there. Let's go for some water, a little good hydration. So, Tom, I saw that Flame Train is going to be no more come December. I know you did a lot of reviews for him, and that's been your go-to. So that's really sad to hear. Do you at least have some other companies out there that you can purchase from, should you desire to, that you feel confident in? Because I could understand that being a real struggle, you know. Yeah, a real struggle. Wow, there's 20 of us in here, 3 minutes away from a bong rip, which is always a good thing here. Yeah, Scotty's got that cool gear. You have a bunch of companies, but you like Flame Train, it's been your favorite? Absolutely. Yo, Arcane Buds, thanks for swinging in. Greatly appreciated. Your English is fine, Tasha. Don't you worry about it. Not at all. If I could speak 3 languages, which Crumbleweed cannot, I think I would struggle with one of them too. I mean, I learned French in high school and tried to use that when I went over to Europe. And trust me, it was not a good thing. It was not a good look, especially when my parents thought I was going to be this badass freaking French speaking motherfucker. Yo, Sliminy Cricket Entertainment's in the house. Thanks for being here. So appreciated. I was tooling around in your channel looking at stuff yesterday. I apologize for not dropping a comment. As I said, Crumbleweed looks at other channels, and if I don't think throwing Crumbleweed 420 in there as a comment is a good look for your channel, I won't do it. But just know I'm over there taking a look around. And if in fact you don't care if I post a comment on there, let me know, because I'll be more than glad to. Let me pop something open on my other screen real quick. I see a comment about Arcane Bud's last video. There we go. All righty, I can check that out afterwards. Super cool. Super, super cool. William, how was that second cup of coffee? You about ready for a bong rip in a minute? Yo, Joe G. Joe, thanks for being up. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Or are you like me? You've only had like 2 hours of sleep and you're trudging through like a trooper. Absolutely. I know, Tasha. Joe's here. That's really cool. Super cool. Yeah, I know, Scotty. That's been it's been a thing for Crumbleweed lately. So there's a good chance we're going to see another Insomniac live before one of our regular lives in the morning. Yo, Jack Ash is in the house. Good morning. Good morning, and thanks for stumbling in here. It is 5:45. We're going to take a bong rip. So everybody, cheers. Whether you're a bong, a joint, a dab, whatever you're at, hitting your vape, popping some shrooms, little Lucy, whatever's on your wheelhouse today. So, all righty, everybody, cheers. Excuse me a second, guys. Coughing and doing a little housekeeping in the side. Boy, that one got me a little bit. Good seeing you this morning, Speedy Burst. Good seeing you. Thank you for coming in. I went and modded you up. And from there, I will give my moderator lecture in a little bit, just in case we have anybody come in first thing this morning who is not modded up. So I will give that in a few minutes. You know, the basic gist of it is, you know, you're here, let's be nice. Be nice to one another, spread the love. And yeah, I've got a little, wow, Crumble's coughing his ass off this morning. I apologize for that, everybody. Maybe I should take a pause and another sip before I go on here. You know what? I'll take a quick minute and do that. Alrighty, Speedy Burst. Now that you are a mod, this is a room for 18 years or older. We are a drama-free channel. Nothing for sale or trade. Please do not spam the shit out of the side chat. Also, don't beg for money. It is not a good look. Only beans can beg for money here. Welcome everybody to the room. Make them feel comfortable. Let them know what a great community we are. Sub up to one another. Check out their channels. Go over there and sprinkle some absolute love. Drop a comment. Drop a like. When you drop that comment, it is probably going to make their day. I know I absolutely love it when I get a comment. Also, it'll let them know to come back to your page and hopefully do the same thing. If we have trolls, let's nicely escort them to the door and please try not to engage. And most of all, if you're here, let's have some fun. Good morning, Jim Finds Peace. Thank you for being here at this glorious, glorious Sunday morning. Scotty's saying, yo, I need some money. No problem, Speedy Burst. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate the support for the channel. Happy Sunday, Mary. Grow and Grind is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciated. I know everybody's busy. I know Sunday mornings are Sunday mornings. I don't know what people usually do other than maybe recuperate from Saturdays. For us growers, I know a big part of it is the same routines, but the rewards at the end of it are pretty damn big. Midwest Grow Show. Yo, thank you for being here. Mary slept in. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nope. I know Mrs. Wig will be sleeping in today. She'll probably, I don't know, stay in bed till 10 o'clock, I hope. Just so. Oh, look at that. Midwest Grow Show. Good, I've been up since 2 a.m. busting out work. Nice, Midwest. Nice. Who did we just have come in? Is that Grow Gyra Jim? Grow Gyra Jim, what is going on? And thank you for swinging in. Greatly appreciated. Going to go ahead and get you modded up, and I will give my little moderator lecture in a little bit. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. Yo, Dragons. Good morning, buddy. How are you this fine day? Man, you've been doing some crazy shit with your video editing lately. Go you. Crumblewig. I'm not saying that I'm lazy with my videos, but I made that intro, and I really need to change it. I mean, it's okay, but it's kind of, I don't know. I got to change it. So maybe that's something I'll work on this week. Getting something new done with that. No problem, Dragon. I watched it and I was like, holy shit, Dragon up this game. I just roll in there. I'm like, yeah, this is Crumblewig 420. Look at my shit. All right. Tell me what I fucked up and we can move on. So Scotty says, I got a phone and that's all. No special effects there. Tosh said I was awake from 7 p.m. USA time. Jack Ash, what do you got going on in your world today? Share with us. Braxton, Good morning and thank you for being here. Super appreciated. It's 5:51. We're about 9 minutes away from our next bong rip. Tom says I never edit any of my videos. Yeah, about all the editing that I'll do, to be honest, is if I have 2 or 3 videos, I'll put them in one right after another, but I don't edit transitions. I did on, I think, my first or second video. Oh, Jack, you chopped a couple of autos? Nice. Nice. Now, were you running those, Jack? Those are indoors, correct? If I remember from being over on your channel. That's awesome. Scotty says, what you get is what you get. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Remember, people, stay nice and hydrated today. Tom said, I don't have the patience to sit down and learn editing. I know, that was one of the things. You know, I learned the absolute basics. So once I take my videos, which I use my phone for, the easiest way for me to get them to myself is I message them all to Mrs. Wig on Facebook. Then I upload them to my computer. Once I got them uploaded, it literally takes me maybe 5 minutes to get everything together. And then I just upload it. Oh, Jack, you got a few outdoor that could come down anytime. I'm going to be honest with you. I have not seen your outdoor. I've just seen what you got going on indoor. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. Oh, see you later, Tasha. Thanks so much for coming in, and thank you for still being a part of YouTube and our community. I am glad you did not decide to leave. Oh, you have a gaming computer, so you don't want a bunch of crap that can destroy it. I understand that, Arcane. Brad said, Arcane, I thought that goat was going to... Is it a goat or a deer? I can't tell what that's a picture of. Nope, Crumblewood can't. So, here we are. Some more of the strawberry kush. I do have about 4 bowls loaded up with Jet Rack that I'm going to be smoking on too. Another homegrown strain. That one's from Hooligan Genetics. Oh, deer. Okay. Thanks, guys. Again, Crumblewigg's a slacker and doesn't see everybody's videos, but just know that I will, Arcane, because I've got you open on my other computer. I generally pop new channels open on there so I can check people's channels out afterwards and practice what I preach and go over there and sprinkle some love. So it's always a nice thing. Nice thing indeed. I want to thank the 22 of us that are in here. Oh, great breeder. Nice. Super nice. You selective hunt, Arcane? It's nice. Nice indeed. You know, I know a lot of people that don't. My father was a big hunter for years, and now he is president of a bunch of sportsmen's clubs and stuff like that. So it's interesting. I'm pondering over breaking my bong in the last time. I pulled on a bong, blew it back through, and over my partner, I coughed back through the pipe. I think we've all been through that. Absolutely. Midwest said my outdoor grow went and checked the trikes yesterday. She's at 30%. She's going to be coming down probably on Friday. Yes, absolutely, Braxton. We're all important here. We're all part of this awesome community. And, you know, we care about each other. We support each other. It's a beautiful thing. Yo, Miss Amy, what is going on? Thank you so much for being here. Oh, Midwest, you got a deer cam? Nice. I do not. I have bird cams. I have a couple of those bird feeders that have the built-in webcam, so when anything comes by, it takes pictures of it. It's pretty damn cool. Oh, Jack, you're sorting seeds all week? I'm thinking that's a good thing. Yeah, Scotty, 3 minutes till we smoke again. Grumblewig's going to do the super hydration. We'll do a little cherry Pepsi Zero. Hey, there you are, Jess, still poking around in here. You brought yours out, Arcane, so you can go through the video. Nice. Nice indeed. Oh, it sends photos to your phone? Yep, that's what my BirdFi does. So that's pretty cool. I like that feature. And then I can just download them to my phone. You know, if there's great video that I want, because mine takes all video. It's not pictures. It's got sound on it. I can talk out through it. So I can be like, birds, you're being assholes. Stop fighting. Cheers, Christoph. Arcane said that's too expensive for me. Well, one of the bird feeders I bought myself. The other one my sister bought me. She bought me a BirdFi hummingbird feeder. And I'm like, oh, I don't have any hummingbirds. Bullshit. I get like 150 to 200 sightings a day just on hummingbirds. Yeah, that is true. I've got one of those. I've got one of those suction cup ones that's clear for the window. It's about yay big. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. We are 1 minute out from ripping, people. Thank you, Christoph. Thank you indeed. Sorry, I'm just pondering this bong because I know it's going to be so good. Christoph, are you from France? Well, Braxton, as I said, we got a great community here. We help each other in more ways than you could possibly think. Even if it's just somebody to sit in a room with you and talk to you on here, can make all the difference in the freaking world. All right, Crumblewig's going to shut up and we are going to rip. Thank you for keeping us on track, Scotty. Getting me to shut up when I need to. Cheers to everybody in here. Yes, indeed. I am loving that. Oh, nice, Miss Amy. Got a long day of selling at the Apple Cider Festival. I hope it goes very, very well. I hope you sell out. That would be pretty cool, I would think. I think so, Tom. I think we're the best, and I think, though nobody wants to admit it, we're the biggest. Maybe that's why YouTube hates us so much. Because we are so fucking big, and they just don't want to acknowledge us. I think that could be it. Christopher has nice videos for his grows. Make me be a slacker again and have to whip over here and take a look. Man, that dab time shit is enough to make you drool, I'll tell you that. Hanging with Masshole and Goliath. Good morning and thank you for being here. Super appreciated that you're rolling up on us. We just did a 6 o'clock rip. Feel free to go ahead and play catch up. You can grab one now. We'll be doing another one at 6:15. It's fun but exhausting, Miss Amy, I'm sure. You know, you're right, Tom. Almost everyone enjoys cannabis in some form, but I know I've got at least 5 or 10 subscribers that are not even consumers. They're just supportive of our community and what we do. It may be positional for them, like they're in a career where they can't consume. And I know that happens. And that's usually a big one for people. Or people who just say, nope, I did it when I was younger. I understand what it's all about. It's just not for me anymore. But they're still supporting our community, and I appreciate them. Scotty, it can be exhausting. You've been up for a bit, though. I can understand that. Jack Ash is saying, I crossed Purple Mindset Autoflower from Grower's Mindset with Savannah Runt's Autoflower Regs from, I believe that'd be Cultigan C Company. My first true autoflower cross will be Regs, so possible males. Cheers! Awesome. Gunner Smokes, good morning and thank you for coming in. It is 6:03. We will be ripping again at 6:15. We got an awesome group of people in here hanging out. I just glanced over and there's 27 of us. Thank you so much for being here. Hope everybody's having an awesome Sunday morning. Just doing a quick catch up on the chat, guys. Right, Tom. Tom's saying I also have subscribers who don't smoke. They just like the welcoming community. Absolutely. I know that sounds pretty awesome, doesn't it, Scotty? What Jack's got going on? Marshawn, good Sunday. Get that coffee. You get that coffee and come on back and hang out. Really, Maine? All righty. Maine said, I got Frostbanger Auto from Fast Buds in the mail yesterday. That is super sweet. Super, super sweet. I also yesterday had a mail call and super cool. Super cool. Probably a little bit later I'll talk about that. But yeah, I appreciate the mail call. I also appreciate that it came to me addressed to Wiggy, which I thought was freaking hilarious. I knew that would happen sooner or later. Mrs. Wig got a huge kick out of it. Oh, Dragon saying, my next project will be with autoflowers, so advice will be needed. I'm so pumped. There are so many awesome growers already doing amazing work. I know, but to get in the mix of that and to learn that, that's got to be freaking awesome. Right, Nate? Somehow you thought you needed to buy more seeds. "19 more days for your auto harvest, Arcane. Sweet. I get that, Braxton. I get that indeed. You know, Me personally, I gave up drinking almost 4 years ago after a career in it. I had an awesome career in drinking, but it was a choice that I made. I knew every time I had a drink, it was never just one, it was 15,000. So, yeah. Oh, Tom, you want to try a hydroponic grow? Nice. Nice indeed. I have grown hydroponically twice. I liked it and I didn't like it. Yo, Braxton, I haven't seen somebody write dare in a long time. Arcane's at day 61 of 80 days. Nice. Nice indeed. As I said, I dropped a video yesterday. I was at day 1 of week 3. And personally, I think the ladies are crazy big. I think I have another male yesterday. I could see what I thought was pollen sacs. I'll confess, they were really small, and I couldn't tell if it was growth or if it was actually pollen sacs. But I'm sure today I will know full well. If it is, it's frustrating because it's one of my biggest plants in the tent. And it's one that I only planted 2 seeds of. But, you know, I was asked the other day why I chose to run regs. And I guess one of the answers is the regs were all strains that I wanted to run. And they were good genetics, something different than I'd been dealing with before. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited about it. Good morning, JC, and thank you so much for being here. Absolutely love that you have rolled in. I hope that you're having a great Sunday morning. Agreed, Braxton. Agreed. Tom, you're not sure if you like Blue Dream or not. Well, what don't you like about Blue Dream? I guess we should start with that. Yo, next grow. Thanks for rolling in. Thank you so much. We're about 6 minutes out from our next bong rip, so I'm super glad that you're here. Good morning, Token Tom. So glad you're here. Token Tom, I believe you're still on your quest to 500. We've got some new people in here. Everybody's wrenched up, so if you want to take time, make sure you're subbed up to Tom and let's sprinkle some love over there. Tom's got some great lives that he does. I believe Tom's going to be live this morning. I don't know exactly what time, but he can throw it in there. Thanks, Tom. This is my preacher shirt. See, man? I can be like this, and I can be Pastor Crumbawig, and then I can bring my shit around this way and just be my typical jackass self. Hey, I wanted to share with you guys, you know, I've talked about the fact that my lives don't usually get restricted. My last two were restricted. So, good morning, Han. Thank you so much for being here. For anybody who doesn't know, Han is my son texting into this live from work, which is pretty freaking cool. Pretty freaking cool. Thank you so much for coming in. I hope you're going to have a great day. I love you a ton. And thank you. You put a big smile on my face. Braxton says I'm going to be 32 next month. I know I don't look like it. Well, alrighty, I got to let the dog out real quick. Be right back, guys. Alexa, turn all the lights on. Why do you have to go out so early, buddy? Go on. Sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, Nuggets being an ass already, Han. What did I miss? God damn it, Scotty. You know what? That was, I wasn't selling illicit substances. I was smoking illicit substances. And I'll tell you, one video, they nailed me. They nailed me in the first 2.5 minutes for smoking. And then the last one they age restricted was in the last 5 minutes of the video. Because they send you a picture of when you fucked up. At least for me, they did. You had to take a class? The hell is that? Yo, King Green. Thank you so much for rolling up. By the way, we're sitting at about 2 minutes out from our rip. So, Maine, I have a question with that. I brought it up to the reviewers of stuff the other day. I can send you to 3 content creators' pages who have a little over 2,000 subscribers who put up in the right corner of all of their videos the QR code for whatever company's products they're reviewing. And I think that if they can drop a QR code when they're in the Canna community, there is no fucking reason why we can't. All right, I'm done with that rant, but I had to tell you. Tom Kerr saying BoofTube took down some of your videos and you had to take a community training class. You get a warning, you have to take some YouTube special training. Nice, so it's like we're back in fucking high school. All right, let me let the dog back in. Come on, dude. There you are, buddy. You gonna come under my desk or are you gonna stay out there? Stay out there. We are at 6:14, everybody. Which means we are 1 minute out. Yo, Frank, how are you today, my good friend? How'd you make out at that wedding yesterday? Have you recovered yet? Yeah, Tom, I think sometimes they do think we're a bunch of juveniles. Bunch of little stoners just getting out of high school. When if they just take a look around, they would see what an awesome group of people we are. 6:15, everybody. Sit before you rip. Make sure you are nice and hydrated. And I say, let's go. Okay, Arcane said wants to know where everybody is from. Let's rock it out. PA Appalachian. I am from Oswego, New York. That is 20 minutes north of Syracuse. I am 1 mile from Lake Ontario. Frank said, oh my God, I have a story to tell you, but I'll have to text it to you later. It was a good time. Oh, you might have a traffic infraction for not stopping when I see red and blue lights right away. That does happen. That does happen indeed. Tom said Ohio. Dragon said Wales, UK. Yeah, that's just it. You're right, Midwest. They'll age restrict your videos. I don't care about my videos being age restricted. I really don't. I don't care about being age restricted at all. I should. It just pisses me off that they let all these videos go for eons. They'll ban my videos that I show a plant in, but never once mention cannabis. I never use that word. I don't swear, I don't think, in any of my videos. All the things that they violate people for, other than showing the plant. And that's got to be the one that they're getting me on. Blue light, Scotty, I'm guessing the police were behind him. Frank said Georgia, King Green Gardening, Michigan. Jess is from Ontario, Canada. Nice, Arcane. Still getting asked for ID. Nothing wrong with that. Nice, Tom. Mr. No Fly Zone, Atlantic, Canada. Nice. Arcane, you're 60, you're the same age as me. Look at that. 60 rocking the house. You can't go wrong with that. Tom lives in Virginia, but we're raised in Maryland. Okay. William, I'm in your fishing area. I tell people that. We are a big, big fishing area up here. Huge fishing town. Charter boats and everything all year round for the most part. Louisiana in the building from Braxton. Nice. Mary Grow and Grind representing Ohio. William Bartow, Pennsylvania. Larry Fink sucks, says Midwest Grow. Seymour, you're from Illinois? I did not know that. Scotty's from New Orleans. Tom wrote I-O. Oh, no kidding, JC. I was going to ask you about that over on your channel. JC said doing a cleanse, preparing for the full moon, but that's a native thing. And it's really, really cool too. My daughter's major, or her master's that she just got, was in anthropology. And I know that out in Colorado, she spent a lot of time researching, interviewing, and like that. And just the wealth of knowledge that she shared with me regarding things like that is phenomenal. Yeah, that's it, Jess. You don't care about getting age restricted either. All the people I want to see my videos are all here. Absolutely. And it's nice to get, don't get me wrong, it's nice to get new subscribers. It's cool. It is, makes us feel good and all that. But the big thing is, very true, is getting our content out there. So people do get an opportunity to see it. I think that if we get, I don't know, I'm thrilled if I get one new subscriber a week, because I know we reached out to someone, whether it be through videos or through our lives. The majority of traction that I get for new subscribers is from the live. So I think that's pretty cool. And I don't have one of those things up that says you have to be a subscriber to my channel to come in. I know they stopped promoting it when it's restricted. Mary said, I'm working on another screen. Sorry if I miss any chat. Listening in and waking up still. That is no problem at all. I thank you for listening along. King be fine. Representing Australia in the house. Yeah, YouTube's just another bump in the road. I love and hear also the age ranges that we have. I think it's fantastic. Because YouTube tells me that the majority of people that come to my page are between, I don't know, 22 and 37 or some happy horse shit like that. But I know that I've got all different age ranges that gravitate to our lives, and I think that's freaking awesome. Yo, Reese, good morning and thank you for being here. Tom, we'll be waiting when you get back. Thank you so much. Jack Ash is in Toronto, Canada. Oh, did you go up to Pulaski, William? Been coming up here for 30 years. Yeah, the salmon fishing's great up here. Also, out in the lake trout are pretty badass too. Just catching up in the chat, guys. I was being a little bit of a slacker. That's what Mrs. Wigg says, Miss Amy. I'm a woman who is not afraid to tell my age and show my gray hair. I earned every one. Absolutely. Sorry, just catching up, guys. Nice. Maine's going to be doing a live today on the fishing channel. Pretty awesome. From the boat. That's even better. Yo, Matt Berg, what is going on? And good morning. Oops. Sorry, just popping you up on my other channel here. Yo, what do we got going on, Matt? I'm going to go ahead and get you modded up in here. Maybe, if I can keep you up on the screen long enough. Boop, boop. All righty, we got you modded up, Matt. William, you are 57. Nice. I will give my little moderator lecture, Matt, unless you have heard it before. And if you have, just write in here so I don't have to say it again, but I'll be more than glad to. Scotty said I'm 45 and act like I am 12 most days. Mary's going to be joining the 60 Club next September. It's a cool place to be. Probably a little late for Crumblewick to be making a bucket list, but I did make a bucket list for the next 25 years. I figure my old ass can make it till then, maybe. Trout fishing today? River guide? Nice, Matt. Oh, your family had a log cabin outside Altmar? Nice. Nice. That's crazy cool. It is a small fucking world. 52 years old, King B. Token Tom is back. Trout over the fire is pretty darn tasty. You're right, Arcane. Though the body grows old and many see it as feeble and weak, the spirit and soul grow stronger. Absolutely. Gunner Smokes. What's going on, my friend? Yes, Tom, I go through that too. I have this thing in my head that I'm a hell of a lot younger than I am. Maine says I'm not having any more B-days. They're overrated. I bet it is spooky season down there all the time, Braxton. Louisiana's got to be cool. I have never been, but I have heard it is pretty awesome down there. Had a friend of mine who lived down there for a few years. I know my brother's been down there back and forth a bunch of times. Look at this. Gunner Smokes, drinking coffee and about to go fishing. Look at that. We got a bunch of fishermen in here this morning. That's pretty cool. Oh, you got to keep an eye out on the hurricanes again, JC? That's right, Speedy Burst, 50 years young. I got to tell you, between 50 and 60, I look back on it, that decade went by quick. I mean, we bought our house here 4 years ago, and that time just flew by. Absolutely flew by. Holy shit, Tom. All right, Tom says, okay, I'm only one away from 500. So, Tom, I got to tell you something. You know how things fluctuate? When I hit 500, I took a fucking picture of it on my phone and I sent it to everybody. And I said, I know it's going to change overnight, but damn it, I hit 500. Yo, it's just RJ. Good morning, and thank you for being here. We are about 3 minutes away from taking a rip. I am smoking on some Jet Wreck right now from Hooligan Genetics, and we will get that rolling shortly. Please don't forget to hydrate. Crumbawig's got a whole stack of waters over here because he runs his mouth, and yeah, I get parched indeed. What am I missing here? Something. Marshawn putting the Nightmare on. The Nightmare Before Christmas is a great freaking movie. That is pretty cool. I haven't seen that in a while. Mrs. Wig has a whole bunch of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. You know, freaking. What are those things you put the fucking wax in and it makes the house smell nice? She got shit like that. She got all sorts of different stuff with it. Yo, Speedy Burst, you just subbed up to Token Tom. Tom, you may be at 500, buddy. And if that happened, dude, congratulations. Oops, phone just went off. That means Dad is going to be texting any moment now. Oh, he's at 501. That's freaking awesome. Awesome indeed. I know, Braxton. I have heard so much of that about Louisiana. Known for real ghosts, phantoms, hauntings, magic, etc. Hey, just came in, Scotty. You know, I tell him that you guys know all about him messaging me in the morning and shit. He's like, why do you tell them your business? Good morning, Jimmy John. Thanks for swinging in. Absolutely nice to see you here this morning. I was just chatting on my dad, grumbling about me doing lives and shit like that. Marshawn said, I put on some old Vincent Price films and other oldies, but they can't handle the black and whites. I know. And you know what? Any time that they turned around and changed something or colorized it, I think it ruined it. Good morning, Ogo Grown. Thank you for being in the house. We are kicking back, getting ready to smoke right now. So everybody, cheers. Don't forget to sip before you rip. I'm going to do that real quick again. Bongs up, everybody. Let's go. You're right, Scotty. You're right. Tom, you rock. You rock, dude. And thanks so much, everybody in here. Excuse me, as I'm coughing to death again, for supporting everybody here and helping us to get Tom to his landmark. So, Andrew, I have my preacher outfit on this morning. Are we going to try and get me up on your channel? Because that would be pretty cool. Oh, Abbott and Costello is classic, William. Yes, Arcane. Vincent Price, Bela Lugosi, all those badass people. Nice, Reese. Nice. Says, took a screenshot, Tom. Congrats, babe. By the way, for those people who don't know, Reese is Tom's wife. Crumbleweed just found that out about a week or two ago. So I kind of felt like a jackass after it, but hey, what can you do? If you know, you know. Scotty, congratulations on the 500 subs. I will be expecting my winnings soon. Oh, nice Midwest. Almost daylight. I'm heading out to see my lady. Gonna be harvesting her soon. Hope to get a couple of pounds. Nice. Nice indeed. Did I miss somebody coming? Oh, certainly I did. Keystone Cultivators, good morning, and thank you for being here. Seymour, so nice seeing you still hanging around in here. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Greatly, greatly appreciate you. Nice, Braxton. It's a cool fact on the movie. Good for you, Tom. It's a great feeling, isn't it? A great feeling. I know, it's going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. You're going to have to tolerate a partially tired Crumble, because Crumble stayed up for Mrs. Wig to get home last night. She got home late, so I rolled into bed, as I said, around 2:30, 3:30, some shit like that. 2:30. And then I dragged my ass up at 4:45, so. Scotty, though that's a fact, that's why I was saying take a picture of the fucking thing, because you did it. And it's cool. It is cool indeed. I usually roll back and forth a couple of times a week. I will drop like 5 or 6 subs, and then it's like they give me back a couple hours later 2 or 3 of them. So it's like you gain, you lose. As I said, I'm thrilled at the fact of if I gain 1 subscriber a week. Oh yeah, I saw you guys party, and I tuned in for that for a little bit. I was watching the band. I can't remember their name in the afternoon. I do remember the guy sitting on the corner of the stage with like this orangish shirt on. I remember him. Nice, Braxton. Yeah, drop 6, gain 10. Tom is saying I lose some every night and gain them back the next day. I think you need to do is keep subs rolling in so it doesn't look like it really goes down at all. Yeah. Yo, Observer 3, what is going on? Let me ping over to your channel real quick. I've been over there before. We are going to go ahead and get you modded up, and I apologize. I had said earlier I was going to give a quick little moderator lecture, but let me catch up in the grow, and then in the grow, shit, I'm high already. Let's catch back up in the chat, and then I will do that. Yo, Did I see Moonlit come in? Moonlit Burn, thank you so much for being here. Could have sworn I saw somebody else pop in. Good morning, Observer. Moonlit, Father Crumblewick. Yes, yes, indeed. Alrighty, let me give my quick little moderator lecture here. Alrighty, so that you know, Observer, this is a room for 18 years or older. We are a drama-free channel, nothing for sale or trade. Please don't spam the shit out of the side chat, and don't beg for money. It is not a good look. The only person that gets to beg for money is Beans. Welcome everybody to the room. Make them feel comfortable. Let them know what a great, great community we are. So up to one another. Make sure you check out their channels. Get in there. Drop a comment. Drop a like. You drop that comment, there is a good chance they're going to come back to your channel and do the absolute same. If we have trolls, we're going to nicely escort them to the door, and please try not to engage. And lastly, if you are here, let's have fun. Alrighty, I got that out of the way. Thank you, thank you. There we go. Ha! Maine says, I need money for a new boat. Do you get out often to do that, Arcane? Scotty needs money for some more grow lights. Fair enough. No, I can't tell you when I went fishing last, but I can tell you it's been a long time. You know, this is cool because honestly, I know, we're joking about the money thing, but it's interesting to see the wide spectrum of things that people want, desire, need for their grows, for their computers, for whatever it is. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool indeed. Lets us learn a little bit more about other people. I think it's pretty darn cool. Fishing down there, Braxton, you might get an alligator. My sister just moved to Alabama. They have alligators there. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive indeed when you come from Oswego where we don't have shit like that. Yo, Braxton, I have had fried alligator and I freaking love it. Absolutely love it. Arcane says heavy action rod with a 7-to-1 ratio reel and 50-pound test for catfish. Nice. And 2.5 terabyte SSDs also when we are wishing in one hand. I get that. We are at 6:40. We're going to be ripping again at 6:45. Holy smokes, we got 38 people in here. I feel honored that you guys are all here chilling out, and I feel like a dink for not looking at that ahead of time. I've been kind of tied up in the chat and kind of being a little bit high, which both of those things are a good problem to have. Oh, Gator Barbecue is great, says William. Maine says banana jealousy on 40 of life and still vegging. Nice. 5 terabytes don't last like it used to. Thank you, Tom. I love us all being here. It's so cool. So cool. Yeah, I don't get to see that, Andrew. I don't see the likes on my screen. I just see how many people are in the room. And it's interesting. I look at the analytics and see what goes on and all that good stuff. And Sundays are peculiar days. They just are. We roll into here, we get high, and we forget to drop likes. I've gone back to pages and went to watch a video, and it's like, holy shit, I commented on this and never liked it. It's like, geez, don't I feel like a dick? Wait a minute, what did I just see here? Gator and waffles, Braxton? Awesome. Awesome indeed. That does sound good. Jess is making living soil mix this morning. Now, have you always grown in living soil, Jess? I don't remember. Oh, William lived in Mississippi. Let me go back up. I want to read that. Mississippi for 5 years and worked in New Orleans. Nice. Oh, you had some hard-boiled eggs this morning? Nothing wrong with that. Thank you, Jack Ash, and everybody else who has asked people to hit that like button. Greatly appreciated. Arcane, what is it like to catch a halibut? I have seen people going for like tuna and all that shit, but I have never seen anybody wrestle a halibut in. Yeah, fried gator is the bomb. I had never had it until about a year ago, and it blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. Ah, that bowl is absolutely perfect. I love halibut. Powerful. Well, that's got to be cool, Braxton. Seafood casserole, seafood dressing around Thanksgiving and Christmas. Big Terp is in the house. Good morning, Big Terp, and thank you for being here. Greatly, greatly appreciated. We're just sitting here getting ready to fire up in 2 minutes for those of you who wish to partake. Pure fillets and very strong, Arcane. All right. Nice. All right, I'm going to start hydrating so I don't cough my head off this round. Oh, you have a market there you can buy gator, William? Nice. We have a place here called Scriba Meats. They have everything from ostrich and ostrich eggs to gator to quail to a whole section of edible insects, mealworms, candied crickets, chocolate covered ants. They got all sorts of shit in that store. Plus, they're a whole butcher shop too. So you've got all the big meat cases with steaks and all that shit. But yeah, they've got a whole bunch. Yeah, they got elk there too. They just got it all. Oh, JC said halibut cheeks. Have not had those. Have heard that the cheeks are the best part. So, I have to agree with JC then. We are at 6:45, people. Scotty, you're sleeping on this one. Hydrate everybody, and then let's rip. King Green smoking on some infused monster cookies, gator sandwiches and gator burgers. Bong rip time. Let's go, everybody. Yes, indeed. JC says, I have an alligator friend. Well, my sister, who I bring up all the time, who comes on here as SS Daydream, in case you didn't know, she is an animal lover, all animals. And insects and everything else, except fire ants. She thinks fire ants are assholes, and I have to agree on that one. But she's all friendly with all the gators down there. She sees one with fishing line on its face, and Boom, she's calling the animal rescue people, and it's pretty crazy. Nice. Good morning, and thanks for being in the house. We are just chilling, smoking. We just did our 6:45 rip. Please feel free to rip so that you can catch up. What do we got here for Moonlit? Don't mind me, rabbit leg soup with a good old trout caught that night over a campfire with some liquid diamonds. We camping and fishing. Absolutely. All righty, Mary's back and paying attention now. Squirrel is pretty good. For those of you who don't know, yo, Christoph, you're taking off? All righty. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us this morning. Yeah, fire ants are evil. They really are. Fire ants, I need an ant eater. Blueberry OG rolled up, going outdoors, motel life, said Marchant. Well, hey, at least you can step outside and rip. You know, I think of people in other countries who do not have the same opportunities we do, being able to just, or being in a state where it's still not legal and you have to hide when you smoke. So I appreciate where we are in the world right now with this. Yo, Monkey Man is in the house. Good morning, Monkey Man, and thanks for swinging through. That's insane. Cockroach milk. That sounds scary. Now I'm going to have to look that shit up. Let me write it down on my Crumbawig pad. That sounds disgusting. And that's coming from someone who used to raise Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Don't know if you guys have ever had an opportunity to see those, but those son of a bitches get like yay big. Huge. I hope not, Braxton. I hope not. Though probably with food adulteration and all that magic stuff, there's probably a certain amount of all insects that's allowed in almost all stuff that we buy. Yo, Brian, thanks for being here. Greatly appreciated. Haven't seen you in a fat minute, but I love it when you come into our lives. Jess said, crumble, why? So, let me tell you something. Oh, yeah. Cockroach milk. Why would that be a thing? Braxton was talking about it. Oh, why did I raise Madagascar hissing cockroaches? I don't know. It was like 20 years ago. I thought they were fucking cool. What I didn't realize is how quickly they would reproduce. The only advantage is if they got out, they couldn't survive outside of their habitat because of the temperature. It needed to be so high in there. So, in saying that, if any of them ever got out, they died off within a few hours, which is pretty interesting. That is true, Moonlit. They are good protein for many pets. They're big. I mean, they are pretty sizable. Yeah, I'll pass it up too. Oh, you fed your hedgehog those and maggots? Nice. You're right, William. They'll call it almond milk because no one can say nut juice with a straight face. That is a true thing, Arcane. That it is. Arcane said, ask Bill Gates. He wants people eating insects while he indulges in steak. Mary uploaded a short with a few pics from yesterday after the live. Nice. Nice indeed. I have to make sure I swing over and take a look at that. Oh, I don't even have to. There's a link. That makes my life even easier. Cool. Cool indeed. King Green Gardening. What is going on? Sorry for the quietness, everybody. Doing a little hydrating and pondering. For those of you who weren't here earlier, oh, nice, King Green. All plants are chopped. Cool. Cool indeed. So Crumbleweed bought a bowl trimmer yesterday, 16-inch bowl trimmer. For those of you who weren't here at the beginning of the live, I am really freaking impressed with this thing. If there was anything that I could say that's bad about it, is as you're using it, let me tell you, you can take what's in the bottom of that trim bowl and you can run it through a screen, and the amount of trichomes that you have that are in the bottom of that thing blew me the fuck away. It made me realize how much I've been wasting at certain points hand trimming. So, I mean, I'd still hand trim all my big colas and everything, but all my smalls and medium shit, fuck that. Buck them off the branches and just blast them through that. Thank you, Observer. It says on it, we all mad here. Mrs. Crumbleweed got that for me off from Temu. The cleanup on the bowl trimmers, that's one of the things. It does, like the whole clear bowl that's on top of it, that is just plastered with trichomes. As soon as you spin it the first time, boom, they're just all over the place. So, yeah, palmetto bugs are big. Are big indeed. I remember them when I was down in Virginia, because I lived there for about a year and a half. You know, Scotty, I ran larvae buds through it too. And I didn't have a problem with it. Jack Ash says nice. He's got a 19-inch Vivo Sun, convenient. Yep. I went and grabbed it at the hydro store. For some reason, I expected to have a fuck you price on it, but I didn't care. I got the thing for the same price that AC Infinity has it listed for, and the same price that I could get it on Amazon for. The only difference was I drove to the store. You know, so I got it a hell of a lot quicker. And yeah, I've ran larvae buds through it, and I have ran, see, that's the thing. This is one of my first runs that I didn't have a lot of shitty larvae buds. Even my smalls, which are like small, they're like that. They're fucking rock hard. Are they beautiful? No, of course not, because they're not always beautiful buds. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I don't get the same tight buds that I see coming from dispos and stuff like that. I just don't. I get nice buds. You know, maybe if I wanted to trim the absolute shit out of them, you know, and get them like that. Yours get pressed, Arcane? Well, right now I have 3 pounds of buds for smoking. I have a pound of buds for concentrates, and I've got almost 1.5 pounds for hash. So I think that's not too bad, and I'm down to having 3.5 plants left. So I have to consider this an awesome, awesome yield this year. Better buying from stores. You can take it back if it's not working right. That's true. Arcane says mine gets pressed. I do both. Jack is saying you can do bulk, saves time, then you can hand trim quicker if you want it better looking. True enough. Oh, William, nice. Your very first autos on day 6 of drawing. Beautiful. Yeah, it scares me a little bit. I don't know. I haven't researched it, and I don't know all the truth in it with the 3D printing of stuff. I know that they are making great strides with it. I don't know how much it's in the food industry, though. Right, Arcane. If I had a freeze dryer, I'd be pressing hash rosin too. When's the best time to press fresh grow? Let's throw that out to the 34 people that are in the live right now, because I don't have that answer. I truly don't. I can tell you that the fresher the product, I felt the better the yield. The stuff that I'm pressing right now is freaking phenomenal. And I haven't pressed a ton of it, but I pressed enough that I was able to, well, I didn't press a ton of it. I ended up with almost 2 grams. So, I don't know. It was way less than that. It was like 1.5 grams. Yeah, it was 1.5 grams out of 7 grams. So I didn't think that was too bad. Fresh, you'd use a 190 bag, says Arcane. I was going through a 120. I have 90s, 120s, and I've got something else that's super, super fine that I don't even know why I got it. I think it's 220. I think that was a Temu purchase also Mrs. Wig was trying to help me out with. We are about a minute out from ripping again, everybody. I got a fresh bowl in here packed up. There we are. Little hydration before we rip. Arcane says, hash, I'd use 25 micro sheets with bags. Boy, that's been a long minute to get to 7 o'clock here. Now I got to take another sip. No, Tom, not fresh off the plant. No, fuck that. I've done that before. I decided I'd fucking try that. You got to evaporate all the water out in the press first. Dry the weed practically. No, you do have to dry the weed in it and then wait. And it's just an absolutely fucking mess. Don't do that. Wait till it's dried. Actually, I pressed mine after it was dried. I don't know if you are further ahead waiting for it to cure out, but I did not have an issue with pressing freshly dried for that. Good morning, Visible. Pilgor's in the house. Yes. I didn't want to overspeak that, Maine, but yes, I was able to press a week into drying, and it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Mary's going to go grab some coffee. Beautiful. It's 4 a.m. there. And it is 7 o'clock, everybody. Time for the 7 o'clock rip. Let's go, everybody. Nope, Andrew, you did not miss the rip. Yes, it is 7:01 now, but I think we were ripping at 7 o'clock. Yo, Big Terp. See you strolling back through. It's a beautiful thing. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, I'm going to go back to that bowl trimmer real quick here. Another thing I wanted to say about that was, comes with two sets of blades. Comes with a set of blades for dry trimming and a set of blades for wet trimming. The dry trimming ones are serrated. The wet trimming ones are just straight blades. So, nonstop puffing since I came in, celebrating my best interview. Please share. Absolutely, Brian. Absolutely. That's awesome. Good for you. Celebrating is awesome. And what's great is you're here so we can celebrate right along with you. And I want to say thank you to the 39 people in live right now. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all sprinkling that love with everybody. Maine says, I always got my best returns from pressing 7 grams at a time. Yep. I actually ended up, because I wanted to make sure my 182 degrees was still dialed in, which it was. I did that in 2 3.5 gram increments because I've got one of those puck makers, the metal ones, really heavy. You stuff the eighth in there, and then it's got this thing that you push down on, and it makes little pucks about this high, about yay big around, that fit right inside the bag. So it's pretty cool. Visible says, I'll make a pressing video today. Sweet. That's going to be awesome. Tom says, I press 3 to 4 grams. Brian, what do you mean we shouldn't encourage you? This is our community love. Dottie says, Battle Tech. Oh, you messed up your whale haze grow? You can tell by the yields. Yep. I think I may try and do that one of the mornings on here. Do a little pressing maybe. I had talked about it way back when I first started doing lives. You're asking what bags do you guys recommend? Throw that out to the community, see what people have to say. I would have to get up and look. I don't remember off the top of my head. I know it's not a shitty knockoff brand. Yo, Big Terp. Big Terp said I'm going to try and make Temple Ball hash. Sweet. I definitely want to see that. That's going to be freaking cool. Cool indeed. You know, I think as we sit and talk about these things and people, oh wait a minute, Andrew says, I use Supreme rosin bags. Arcane saying last press it yielded a 16% return. Nothing wrong with that. I think in pressing, I was honestly lucky to have the yield that I did. So I don't expect it to consistently, I don't know, maybe it will be consistently that throughout. We're going to have to see. Arcane said for bags, go to Nug Smash or Dab Press. Fair enough. There you go, Tom. So for anybody in here who's planning on doing a dab, we can knock that off at 7:10. I do believe that I loaded this earlier. So for anybody interested, we can do that. You don't do flat presses? So are you saying that... Oh, do Battle Tech. Okay. I understand now. Boo doo boo boo boo. Excuse me 1 second, everybody. I got a message coming in. Let me just reply to this. Was my son asking me how I was doing today. Tom says, I use cheap Amazon press bags. I need some quality ones. You know, that could be where I have that big stack of 220s from. Because this thing was stuffed. It was like 100 bags in it. Dottie's saying, yerp. Dottie, what do you got going on in your world today? Hopefully something good and cool. Santa Claus, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us for a while. Greatly appreciated. You take care. Have a great day. Oh, that's pretty cool, Arcane. Arcane is saying, I truly do love Nug Smasher. Their bags, hold on a second here. Their bags are labeled for exactly what you need, no guessing. Oh, nice, nice. Dottie said, I just got done pressing some flower rosin. Funny we're talking about it here. Andrew says, I got a 4x7 press with a 10-ton Canadian tire press with heat plates from Amazon. Press works great for dry sift hash pressing. I'm going to be doing dry sift this year. And I'm going to be doing both. I'm going to do dry sift on everything that's in the bottom of my bowl. Because, well, that just makes sense. And the other stuff that I have that I'm going to put through my bubble hash washing machine and go through that process is a bunch of stuff that I had trimmed ahead of time and a bunch of stuff that I have in the freezer. Pretty much, Brian, pretty much. Visible says press it all. I've got a Dually Tech Visible. Pretty cool. Mine is only a 5-ton. That was in my price range after doing some research and whatnot, and I feel pretty pleased. I just saw Sister G come in. Sister G, what is going on? Thanks for swinging in. Greatly appreciated. Going to go ahead and get you moderated up in here. And as I do that, let me do my little moderator lecture here real quick if I can. This is a room for 18 years or older. We are a drama-free channel, nothing for sale or trade. Please don't spam the shit out of the side chat. It's very inconvenient. Also, don't beg for money. Only Bean gets to do that, and it's not a good look for anyone. Welcome everybody to the room. Make them feel comfortable. Let them know what a great community we are. Sub up to one another. Check out their channels. When you're over there, sprinkle some love. Take a look at a video. Drop a like, drop a comment. You drop that comment, you're probably going to make their day, and there's a good chance they will wander back over to your channel and do the same. If we have trolls, we are going to nicely escort them to the door, and please try not to engage. Most of all, if you're in here, let's have fun. Alrighty, what do we got here? I have 2 now because my mini went down, so I'll use it for making coins. Nice. Oh, you're sponsored by Dually Tech Visible. Good for you. That's freaking awesome. A plastic baggie, cookie sheet, stone, rolling hot pin, hot water is the material you need to make temple hash ball. Okay. Dang, Big Chirp. I got to research that. Let me write it down real quick. Temple hash ball. All right, Maine. You have a great day too. Good luck out there fishing. I'm going to try and catch you when you go live. It's going to be awesome. Frenchie always made the best hash. Absolutely. That's what I have seen. Good morning, Wayne. Thank you for coming in. Greatly appreciated. Always good to see you. I was just talking about us doing a dab at freaking 7:10, and then I talked through it. So for anybody who was listening along, I apologize for that. We're about 2.5 minutes out from our 7:15 rip, so I think I am going to do that dab at 7:15. Doing a little housekeeping over here. William Bartow said, if anybody is looking for some free seeds, look at 8 Brothers. Just some FYI. 8 Brothers. Yo, Weedaholics! Thank you so much for rolling in. See, this is perfect timing. We got some new people rolling in, so if we had done that 7:10 dab, it might have not ended well. Well, we could have done one 5 minutes later. It's not like we couldn't, but ba-da-ba-bum-ba-bum-bum. Yeah, that is cool, William. Thanks for dropping that in there. 8 Brothers. 8 Brothers, 8 Brothers. 8 Brothers Seed Company. Sorry, I'm just taking a look at that page real quick. All right, cool. Cool indeed. Yeah, I just Googled them real quick. 8 Brothers. Nice looking website. Arcane says, Mr. Weed, why did you leave The Simpsons? Nice. Yeah, for those of you who haven't subbed up to Weedaholics or subbed up to each other, please. There's 38 of us in here. Make sure you are spreading that love. And I know not everybody's in the side chat. I know we get a number of people who just swing through or are just listening along. And that's really kind of cool. That's why I try and read out a lot of the comments in side chat. I think it's cool to be able to know what's going on. You can step into the middle of the room, go get something, you can still hear us talking about it. So, absolutely. $7:15, everybody. Gonna fire this up. Speedy Burst, I've spent this live subbing up to everyone. Love the vibes. I appreciate you being here. You know, I'm the kind of person that if I see people that I don't recognize in other lives or other places, if I've got a wrench or if I can figure out what the hell their name is so I can navigate it through YouTube, I freaking go. And I think it's great. It's how I meet a lot of people that I'm unsure if they're actually involved in the community or just passing through. So, Mean Beans, what is going on? What is going on in your world, Mean Beans? I have not seen you in a fat minute. So I hope everything's going well. All righty, my rig's heated up, people. nice. Give me a moment. Cheers, cheers, everyone. Let me get my cough under control. You had gelato from Blimburn and they never grew. Yeah. It was a good hit. And that is some of the strawberry kush that I pressed. And as I said, it's I have pressed my own before, but never at this point in the grow. You know, it's always been X amount of time down the road. So I'm thrilled with it. I'm not familiar with Blimburg. I am guessing they're a genetics company. Or I would believe they were. So on this glorious Sunday, what's everybody got going on? The seeds I use for my outdoor grow are from STRNG seeds. Anyone else try them? I have not. I have not. Oh, I know what I wanted. Speaking of seeds. So, I had a mail call. And start trimming, Crumbawig. I know. So, I had a mail call yesterday. And it came from calves. And I have to tell you guys, there was nothing better than looking at my, you know how you can get that thing that comes to your email and tells you what mail you have coming? I see a letter addressed to Wiggy. And I'm like, well, I know that came from somebody on YouTube. So needless to say, calves, thank you very much for putting a huge, huge smile on my face. So, got this, calf snake oil, badass, and I got some genetics as well. I don't know if you guys can read that. It's backwards for me, but I will tell you what we have. We have calves blueberry muffin times chud. Nice. Oh, what else? Crossed with Hindi Kush. Testers. I am so excited. I really am. You know, you talk about things, you talk about your mental health, you talk about pain, you talk about all these other things, and you know, what do we turn around and see? We see the community sharing, you know, these genetics that Cav sent me. You know, he listened to what I said, and just out of nowhere, he's like, hey, let me send these to you because I think they'll help. And what's cool is I get to grow these out, and it's going to be awesome. Mary, you still got, well, you've only got a dozen boxes left. So I have to say, I'm sure it was a hell of a lot worse when you first got there. So progress is always a good thing. Always a good thing. Holy shit, Sister G. Found 5-year-old weed in a bin. Time for dry sift today. Absolutely. I know, Mary. Cabs is awesome. Andrew. Cabs is lower class boof, which I'm sure you knew that, but I know you get a ton of people in and out of your lives. Yep. Cabs is an awesome dude. Absolutely. I am actually waiting on another package from him that I don't know what the post office is done with, since they said it would be here the day before yesterday, but that was the day that they had a gas main break in front of the post office. So I'm certain that whole cart is for truck of mail is probably going to be, I don't know, resent out this coming week, I would guess. So oh, that's awesome, Weedaholics. How many plants you got right now running? Oh, okay, Andrew. He comes in here and hangs out when he's not busy. I see him around in other lives. Cavs is all over the place. Oh, garden update coming soon from Weedaholics. Thank you, thank you. Pilgor is indeed the GOAT. I need to spend more time over on Pilgor's channel. I really do. I mean, I know that I've stopped by a couple of times, and what do you think? What do you think he was doing? There was a shit ton of trimming going on over there. No shit, Jess. Mail strike in Canada. Slap will be delayed in transit. Shit. You just found Ed Rosenthal by accident on YouTube, 80 years old and still growing. Sweet. It would be quicker to just drive it down. But so that's going to mean that what I sent you is probably going to be delayed also, which is kind of sucky. Shadow bans, you don't get much traffic anymore. Yeah, it's real. I don't know at what point you realize how much being shadow banned is impacting your channel. And I don't know what a lot of people's intentions are for their channels. No, I came here to show off my grow. That's really why I came here. And it's turned into something way cooler than that. But I'm never going to be in a position to be monetized. I don't ever want to be in a position to be monetized. Would I like maybe a sponsor for something? Yeah, that'd be cool. I have no idea what, because, you know, I am a 4-year grower. I grow okay. I'm growing better because of all you guys on here. But other than that, I have the gift of running my mouth. So, and I tell the truth. If I was reviewing someone's product and it was shit, I have a feeling that I would tell them it was shit and see if they wanted me to roll with that review or not. Ed Rosenthal, hold on a second here. Arcane Bud says, I'm growing at 80 and then I'm renaming the channel to Badger Grows. Nice. Ed Rosenthal was the first author I ever bought a growing book on, and still have it. It's called Easy Marijuana Gardening, and I love it. That's cool. See more. Oh, you got 8 big going on right now, Weedaholics? Nice. It's okay, Tom. You can say things as many times as you want. I'm glad you did say it twice, because I didn't catch it the first time. So you obviously knew Crumble was in need. Oh, you got 8 in flower right now. That is awesome. Arcane's got 5. Counting my one outside, I have 13. in flower at the moment. The ones that I flipped, 3 weeks ago, or not 3 weeks ago, I'm in week 3, day 2 of flower, but everything's starting to express itself now. Got hairs popping up all over the place on the plant, so I'm pretty thrilled with that. Really, Ed Rosenthal is developing a single stalk strain currently. That is pretty cool. I know Scotty has no problem at all with telling the truth on stuff. Absolutely. Which I think we need to do out there. We can do it in a positive way. Because I do believe that if you own a company and your product is shit, you'd like to know about it sooner rather than later so that you can react to it then and take action instead of having to fucking scramble later. Wayne, what do you got going on today, brother? I know there's a lot of us trimming, spending that time in trim jail. We got a lot of people harvesting, getting plants into dry. Or we're taking Sunday as a day of rest and dicking around. That's something we can also do. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, he's straight to the point and matter of fact. That's cool, Tom. Speedy Burst, I got 6 in week 2 of flour in a 4x4. Just put 20 clones in 1 gallon pots in a 3x3. Nice. Nice. Yo, Jason, what is going on, buddy? Thanks for swinging in. I appreciate you. Brian says, I went from 3,500 views to 100. If you're telling the truth, you will be shadow banned, especially in Scotland. I'm helping people could face 14 years for making people happy. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Oh, Wayne, cooking my pancakes and a day of rest. Nothing wrong with that. Dialogue must be received willingly, or you will be called decisive or political. Huh. Well, I suppose that's true. Takes time to get the ban lifted. I didn't know if it was a forever thing. I didn't. I don't know if it comes and goes. I just don't. I haven't experienced it, and I will probably say I haven't experienced it yet, or I'll never be in a position to experience it, or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what happens that causes that to happen. From what I see, it's successful content creators that begin to get a very, very, very large following. And for some reason, they're coming after them, which I don't get, because you still have your dope as YOLO people and shit like that. So, I don't know. I don't get that part of YouTube. If they can do it, why can't we? End of story. We're part of the same community. It's a pain in the ass visible. Yeah. Yep. Hurt people. Hurt people, hurt others. Yeah, I know that. But, I'll put my preaching collar on for a minute here. I'm very pro-community. I know that there's got to be good and bad for balance, but we should all be united on this. We're all in it for the end goal, and that's for the plant to be legal and the medicine to be legal for everybody, not just here in the United States, but throughout the world. So, yeah. I know you've said that. You've said that, Tom, that they've been coming after your channel lately. Frank said, I am still here. I'm doing some legal research because I usually defend myself in these situations, and hopefully third time's the charm. Should is a big word. I know. I can dream. Free the weed, absolutely. That's how they get their credits, where they are $50 returning somebody in. Weed is amazing, Jason. Absolutely. It is. I love it. Wow, I missed the 7:30 rip, people. I apologize. I was really engaged in everything we were talking about. I'm going to sip real quick here. Sipping. Time for ripping. Cheers, everybody. Arcane said, and unless the community stops calling people divisive and political, then they will continue the YouTube censorship. Oh, thank you, Jason. That is, those both were bought by Mrs. Wig. She found them on Temu. Great freaking deal. I'm going to turn around and over here, or I'm going to move something around so that I can put a slap board up. You know, I've gotten a few slaps. I'd like to get some more. I got some badass stickers too I'd want to put on it, but I know having that in my tent, I don't know. My humidity is a fucker in the tent because I took Scotty 420 sticker, put it on my freaking tent inside. I was like, this is my very first slap that I got from Scotty. And what happens? I go in the next morning. I'm like, where the fuck is my sticker? It had slowly just went boop, falling off. So needless to say, it's still sticky on the back. So I'll put it on the board when I get the board. Andrew, how are we doing? Just reading along in the chat, guys and girls. Thanks, Scotty. Yeah, that slap did say it doesn't belong in the tent. Yo, Blazing Silver. And Frank is back. Nice, Andrew. Nice. You are right, Arcane. We must be strong for one another here. A slap wall would be cool. That would. A slap and sticker wall. Because I know I would turn around and I'd have to fill in the blank spaces, you know, because you have square ones, you have round ones, you know, you have all sorts of different sizes. So for some reason, I'd want to fill everything else in. I think it would look pretty badass. You know, I just realized Crumbawig is quite high this morning. Trying to decide if I want to break out another bowl of that strawberry kush for the next time we rip. I think that's what the plan's going to be. Got a couple of slap doors. I can tell you that this whole slap thing is amazing to me, you know. Not I don't know. It just is, you know, it's just another way of us showing our love and our friendship among growers. You know, I don't know. When I came into the community in January and threw my channel up, aside of watching, for X number of years prior to that, I always wanted shit like that. I wanted to know all of you guys, and I wanted to see if the community was going to be like I thought it was, and 90% of it is. It really is. It's just that other 10%. Fuckers. Well, I have this bowl packed up. I'll show it to you guys. Do. Indeed, Jason, indeed. You got Jungle Gelato. Nice. Nice. Brian said, I was thinking about getting a North Korean flag. Don't think it'd make much of a difference. Oh, I'm glad you got your internets too, Jason. Getting that fixed up. One twig will snap, 50 twigs won't. I know, Visible. I see it now already. I guess Crumbawig doesn't want to believe it. Yo, Mary, you have yourself a great day. Thanks for hanging out with us. So appreciated. Be safe out there. I hope you get through your boxes. Make a little more room. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that because I haven't thought about it, not having internet. Other than we've had some gigantic power outages that have taken cable down and everything. Usually it can boot back up with a generator. Been on YouTube as long as we have, and you see a lot happen. Yep. And I'll be the first to admit, I am very new to this. I've been on YouTube for a long time, surfing around, looking at shit, but I've never felt that I've been part of a community until I came on here. So you always want to believe the best in your community, even when you see the bad stuff. So, I don't know. I'm a big proponent for things to change in a positive way. Speedy, I see you in here still. Thank you so much. We are about 6 minutes out from our next rip. Yo, short chick, how are you? Thanks for swinging through. Greatly appreciated. What is everybody smoking on this morning? I am smoking on strawberry kush that was just harvested a couple of weeks ago. And it is awesome. So I can just imagine that when it's fully cured, it's going to be amazing. Right, Seymour. We all deal with the good, the bad, the ugly. Green works. I know. I was having a cigarette. Jason said, rip time. We got 5 minutes, Jason. We go about every 15 minutes if you're good with that. Not that I won't rip through the whole entire thing, because I always have my weed speed loader set up here. See, those bad boys are for as we progress through. All right, we have Big Bong Hits of Abscond, Arcane Buds, Clint Eastwood, Jason Phillips, Blueberry Pancakes. Nice. Nice indeed. Yep. For cold starts. Yep. Nice. Scotty. Short chicken. I'm going to read that out loud, Seymour. Seymour said, I'm really getting high trying to keep up with Crumbleweed 420, wake and bake. A quarter, twist, slide, turn, and burn. Cheers, grower and showers. Thank you so much, Seymour. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Nice. Nice. Seven people in here today that I either haven't seen in a while, or I know we modded up 3 or 4 people, which when that happens, I always go over to you guys' pages after the lives and try and sprinkle some love around in case I hadn't before. So I want to say I appreciate all you guys. We've got 33 people sitting in here right now. We are about 2 minutes out from our next rip. You guys subbing to one another. That's freaking awesome. Awesome. And yo, Edison Pierce is in the house. Yo, thank you, Wayne. Wayne said, y'all have a great day and may your buds be blessed with the best. Gyro, what is going on? Thanks for swinging through. Thank you so much. It's nice seeing people popping in. Edison, what do you got going on today? Hopefully some good shit. Fino Dino, good morning, and thank you for coming in. It's always nice to see you roll through. And Son of Odin Seed Company, thank you for being here. Good morning, good morning. We are about a minute away from our 7:45 bong rip. Oh, Runts Muffin bong hits from Edison. That's what's up. Oh, Jason, you're from Missouri, indeed. Wow, Bill. Dude, thanks for coming in. Blind Neil, nice to see ya. John McDonald. Yo, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Seeing some people that I have not seen in a fat minute, so that's pretty darn cool. Scotty, you are right. It is 7:45. Let me take one quick sip here, because I do definitely want to enjoy this rip and not cough. Cheers, everybody. I think I'm going in for one more because this is that good. Yep. Yes, indeed. We're loving that. Boy, I am missing people come into here because this is moving quick. Zalens, what's going on? Thanks for spinning in on this glorious Sunday morning. You get a choice on who you want. You can have normal Crumbleweed, or you can have Pastor Crumbleweed. The choice is yours. Well, William is saying, if I lose power, this is a question to anyone. If I lose power over winter, how can I save a grow tent? How long are you talking about power being down for? Because if you're talking a day, There's a chance it's going to stunt them, I believe, but you are still, I'm sure they're not going to be devastated enough depending on what stage that they're in. I mean, if they're a seedling, it's going to suck for them. I think at any stage, being without power, but I guess one of the questions would be, how long are you talking about? Marshawn, just walking the dog and such, no problem. Nice smoky Sunday. Put it in the air. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Andrew, was go the generator route, but my high ass is catching up in the chat. There we go. Beautiful. I want to thank the 36 people that are in here right now. Really love and appreciate you. Neil's got 4 seeds in the cocoa, 2 wedding cake, and 2 Cushberry moon rocks. Awesome. Awesome indeed. Cool that you're growing in cocoa. I didn't know what medium you usually grew in. I am a cocoa grower also. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Fino. Fino said smash the like. CrumbleWig, as I maintain always, I can see how many people are watching, but it does not let me see how many likes are on the video. So it freezes it in place with wherever I open that window, and I don't dare refresh it because just my luck, it'll fuck something up. So, yo, Jason, I'm on the big screen. Holy crap, I feel like I should start preaching. Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here today over a thing called weed. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, JC. Thank you for coming back. Greatly appreciated. John, on the 21st, the 21st, you harvest your outdoor turbo dank. Nice. You're visiting the Angus? Nice. Oh, 46 likes? That's pretty freaking awesome. Thank you, everybody. Jason said, my wife says good morning to Brother Crumble. Yo, Moon's Garden, what is going on? Oh, no shit. You got your bike stole at work? Damn. Sorry, dude. All right. We should still be kicking around down here. You're going to be on the big screen in the studio as well when we get there. Nice, Andrew. All righty, Crumble, we got caught up in the chat. That is a beautiful thing. I think we're going to go in for a little cherry Pepsi Zero. Get a little sugar boost. This is nice with the sun coming in. It's like woo. The only bad thing is both my screens meet here in the middle. So I've got this big giant reflection of sun coming from both areas. Hey, good morning, Warriors Nation. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciated. Nice seeing you. You only see Scotty? Huh. Hey, thank you for stopping in. Hopefully we'll still be rolling through here. Really depends on how many people are sitting in the room. And of course, what the dogs start acting like. If they get out of control, then I'll have to say, I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep on getting up and letting them out if that's what we have to do here. You don't see the rest of the subs, or you're not seeing people in the chat? Oh, you want a turkey sub today? Am I cooking today? I mean, I could be. Gotta get another bottle of water here. Oh, okay, short check. I was confused for a minute. Am I a good cook, Jason? Well, I graduated culinary school in 1985, and I was an executive chef for 23 years. And so, yes, Crumbleweed can cook. Do I like to cook anymore? For myself, for my wife, for my family. But I don't like to do it for big groups anymore. The fun on that is all gone. So I think you got everybody, Fino. Indeed, indeed. Cheers, cheers. And thank you again. I want to thank all of you for tooling around in this community, sprinkling the love, subbing up to one another, letting everybody know what an awesome community we are. Yo, Blind Neil's in back. Let me get him up here. Good morning, Neil.
Good morning.
Yo, Fat Buds, I can see you. I don't know if anybody else can, but I do see you in here. Good morning, and thanks for coming in. How are you today, Neil?
Not too bad. I need a bong rip. You're on, so figured come up here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I hope everybody's doing good out there in the chats. What's everybody smoking?
You got your ash catcher recycler on there?
Yep.
Oh, I love mine. I do.
Definitely makes a big difference.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Look at this.
Nice.
Keeps it nice and clean.
Yeah. Yep. And I found for cleaning the inside of it, two things that I learned. For one, where that little, here, let me pull this off from here quick, where this tube comes down inside, the very bottom of them get clogged with ashes right down here in the down in the bottom where I've got that little green thing. Oh, yours cools down in the bottom more? Okay. All right.
It has a bunch of little holes that come out the sides.
Okay.
And so when I rinse this one out, I need to put super hot water in it, then hit it with alcohol. Normally it'll break up the stuff on the inside. That's
what I was going to say. I actually have to blow in the stem on mine, and it blows all the stuff out the top. Yep. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat, and you let me know when you're ready to go, and we are going to rip.
Just fixing my on the other side here. Make sure I can see the chats too.
Yo, Michael from Ogo Army, thanks for coming in. Super appreciate you, buddy.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. I'm going to hydrate real quick.
Sounds like a plan, too.
Sorry about that, Neil.
Not a problem. Where the hell did my water go? I always have a big water bottle right beside me.
I see that.
Always good to be hydrated.
Absolutely.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Ooh, first trip of the morning.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. No problem, Tom. I appreciate you listening along. It is no problem at all. I love that bong, Neil. It's beautiful.
It hits beautifully.
I've got a large one, not as big as that, but it is a lung puncher. It's this one here.
I find the longer ones I get a better flavor out of. And it actually is smoother. Most of the time.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I can be honest here and say I haven't experienced one that big, that style. You know, I've seen them with all the percolators and everything else in them.
It's just a basic friggin' bong.
Yeah. Nice.
Has the ice catch, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't like the ice catches.
I do not either, but they seem almost standard nowadays.
Yep.
So what do you got going on today, Neil?
Not much at all. Waiting for I Love Weed Live to start. I'll be going over to watch my friend Banhammer.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Me and Banhammer and Marshawn all go back like 30 years.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, all three of us, we've known each other since we're basically teenagers.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm going on 55 this year coming up. Oh, in April.
Nice. Nice.
The old age discounts begin.
You know, they do. I was joking about that the other day with one of my kids. I said I was so mad about something. Oh, my daughter didn't bring me home coffee one day. And I said, that's it. I'm going to make you drive me around every place. I'm going to get free coffee and abuse all the senior discounts. Excuse me 1 second. Florida Man Jack, what is going on? Appreciate you swinging through.
This is how I normally do it. I normally have a bunch of bowls prepped up, so I just reach out and grab one.
You know what, Neil? I thought that was such a great idea that I have something similar. Mine's just made out of silicone and round. Can hold 6 bowls for me.
Nice.
Makes life a little easier. And I thought about that. You know where I got the idea from, Neil? From you. I saw it and I'm like, you got to have a speed loader. You know, something that you can have everything all fired up for. Especially when I decided.
You have them all loaded?
Yeah. The only thing that's bad is if I have 2 different strains. Sometimes I'll forget where the break is. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Nope, I'm not smoking on this. I'm smoking on something else.
That's the nice thing with this one. I don't know if you can how well you can see it. But he added Braille right on the edges here for the 3 lines. One has an indica, one has an S, and then one has an H.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not that I use it that way, but
right
there.
Right. That is cool. Now, do you have that custom made, obviously?
That was made by Off Access.
Okay.
I think you've probably seen him around the chats, some of the chats.
Nice.
Yeah, he is an awesome drone pilot. FPV drones. He does long range up there in British Columbia, out in the woods and up in the mountains. He's got some fucking beautiful videos.
Nice. Nice.
And he does
they're reminding me that it's they're reminding me it's time to take another rip. So you are ready? Let's go.
Let's go. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, everybody.
I am the Cloud Machine.
I see that.
Don't anybody try what I do. I have big lungs and years of practice.
I see that.
Me and Marshawn and Ben Hammer used to smoke some really rough weed back in the days and rough hash back in the days.
Yep.
So this stuff these days is so smooth. So
True
easy.
enough. I just saw we had Suka come in. Suka, how's it going? We are having a absolutely kick-ass wake and bake. Crumbawig is coughing because he's a jackass. But other than that, it's all good.
Take a sip of water. Cool down that throat.
I just opened up my new one. I really have to try to not talk through my 2 or 3 rips that I take and just pause for a minute and, enjoy the rips.
Yep.
It's just sometimes that chat flies by and it's like, damn it, who am I missing?
That's what I've been noticing too over on mine.
Yeah.
It's like because I have a TTS normally speaking in my ears.
Right.
I hear the chat going by on my side. Unfortunately, I can't use a TTS on other people's. Well, I can use a TTS, but it's a manual one. I have to hover over each chat for it to read it.
Sure.
But when I'm doing my own stream, I use a web page called Speech Chat, and it does it all automatically. So all I need to do is just sit there and just worry about everything else, not have to worry about the TTS hovering over the chats to read each chat, that type of thing.
Right.
Just automatically reads it all into my head. And yeah, when it starts flying, it starts getting lagged out.
It has to.
Lots of people.
I was wondering about that because I was thinking one day and I'm like, I know that thing's talking to Neil. And I said, when I start seeing people flying around in there, I'm like, just got to pause for a second and say, what the hell?
I'm still able to differentiate between the chats, have the TTS going in my head, plus listen to music, plus have a conversation going, and still try to keep up with everything.
Right.
It's not easy.
No. I think for a lot of us, we can keep up with a lot of things, but when we take a look at something that somebody else has in their wheelhouse and we're like, man, if I had to bring that into mine, it might suck. It's just a different way to look at it, but yeah.
Like one of the things I am going to try to do in the future is actually use another app to bring the TTS into the main chat so that way people can hear what I'm hearing.
Nice.
But then there's always going to be people that are going to abuse it, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Token Tom just went live.
Oh, all righty. Did you know Token Tom hit 500 in our live tonight?
Awesome.
I know. We were so excited for him and still are. So, yeah. Everybody bounce up there and show Tom a little bit of love, even though he was in here. Run over there and represent, because I think we're going to wind this thing down. We've been on for a little over 2.5 hours.
Very
and
nice.
I think I'm going to be going over to Ogo Army's channel. He's asked me if I would go up on there somewhere, I don't know, after 8:30. So I think that's where I'll be. Sound good to everybody? So I think on that note, we should take one more farewell bong rip. I think that would only be right.
Yes, give me a second.
Sure.
I know I don't have another bowl set up, but I always have vape close by. Should still have some weed busted up from last night. Of course I do. I have 3 trays sitting over to my right-hand side here. One is for my concentrates, one's for weed, and then one's for shrooms.
Nice.
Another thing
Thank you,
people
son.
might notice is I switch up my bongs on a regular basis. Like I'll switch back and forth.
Yep.
I find it keeps it fresh. It keeps it. Every hit is different. Every
Yep.
bong is different.
That is true. Banana 420, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. We are getting ready to wrap things up here. However,
Cheers, everybody.
here comes a cheers.
Ooh.
Now that was a solid rip. All righty, everybody. I want to
Thanks
say
for having
thank
me
you
on.
so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I always say at the end of my lives, go out there, spread some love on other people's channels. Make sure you do what not you do, you don't have to, but I go out there and I practice what I preach. Sprinkle that love out there. You can make the difference between somebody choosing to leave this channel and make them feel loved and help them to stay. So that's what we want to do out there. I love each and every one of you. Peace.
Always good vibes.